Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. So I thought I would share a video tonight with you, well today, you're watching it, of my evening routine, and I'll try and do a daily, like a morning routine. So in the evening, if I'm good, I try to remember to brush my teeth, and I use now the On Guard toothpaste, whitening toothpaste, and I love it. So I've actually really wanted to brush my teeth twice a day. So I would do that, and then I would go on, and I'm not going to show you brushing your teeth, hopefully you all know, but that's what I use. I use then some On Guard foaming hand wash. That's what I use. I know doTERRA, we have great skincare line, but my skin is very, very sensitive, so I've kept it very, very simple for me. And so that's why what I have and what I use is a lot less than what most people will. All right, so I'll take a couple pumps of this, make sure I get my face a little wet. And then rub it around my neck, my face. And now the water's finally getting warm. You don't have to use a wash rag, sometimes I don't. But make sure it's a clean one, or else you're going to put the bacteria, if you have bacteria, back on your face. And I don't do super warm, but I do warm. Because if I do way too warm, it's going to open my pores and some of the oils will get in there and they might burn or sting, especially with my sensitive skin. For some people it might not. All right. So I'm going to let that dry. Take my towel. And while I let that dry, kind of dry my hands. And I have my own homemade toner. doTERRA makes great ones, but like I said, I go very simple. This is just apple cider vinegar and water, and I did, basically it's 1 part apple cider vinegar, 1 part water. So I do, usually I measure, okay, half the bottle and then I add half with water. And I found this at the dollar store. It's a nice, easy, convenient container. Pump it with my cotton swab. Couple pumps. And then I make sure it's all wet. My face is still drying, so I do wait till it's dry. Sometimes I'll, make sure everything's ready for bed. I've got everything ready. All right, it's getting there. All right, here we go. And I just go around trouble areas. Sometimes on the areas that I'm really broken out, like here, I'll just hold it on there. So it does help with getting, I noticed it helps get a lot of the other dirt or grease off that I don't want there. Or if you have makeup, it'll help get some of the stuff the soap may not have gotten off. And if you can see, there's still stuff coming off even though I just washed my face. So it's also why I do this, because I know it's really cleansing, it's toning, and I've noticed that it's helped. I don't have blackheads like I used to get, and it does help bring this down a little bit. This, I'm not sure, I think it's hormonal, but all right, throw that away. So that is the next step. I let it dry, and I usually would get my oils out. I already have them out. While my face is drying, because this takes a little bit, sometimes, maybe once a week, I'll use the mud mask. Otherwise, I make my own. doTERRA has one, and it works really well. I love it. And so there are instructions in the back, but I do this once a week to help cleanse and do my pores. Sometimes I'll have to do one for you and show you how it works. But other times I will make my own my own mask, and I'll use honey and cinnamon and nutmeg, and those spices help kind of open up the pores, cleanse, and it always feels really good. But this is another one that I like to have because it's quick and on hand. So when I got started, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do like moisturizing my face. I started with fractionated coconut oil. And since we've moved and climates are different, I've noticed here in Wisconsin, I tend to have more oily skin from the climate. So for me, this caused my pores to clog and I had more blackheads and it just felt greasier. There are some months if my skin is really feeling dry, then I will add this back in and I'll do a little bit. And I can show you because there's a couple spots here that my skin's been really dry. So I kind of just work on those areas. Otherwise, most of the time I use another oil. So I just do a little bit and I just put it on those areas. Get it in the skin. So sometimes winter I get more dry. Summer I can even get dry. It just depends on the time of year. The one I use the most now is, of course, not doTERRA, but it's another great carrier oil that I use is our Moroccan argan oil. So this is what I use. And I know doTERRA has a lot of oils kind of like this in their products. So it works well. So I put this on and I find it's light, it's easy. This is my step before my oils. And get it all over, even down here. Make sure it's in, because when you go to add the essential oils, you're gonna get more oil on your face. All right, the first one I always start with usually is Melaleuca. So it's gonna help cleanse. It's also known as tea tree oil. And so it cleanses my skin, but it also helps kind of disinfect. So if I have areas that I've been touching or scratching on accident, does happen, it'll help kind of heal that and help make sure it doesn't get infected or get bad stuff, bacteria or things in there. So I like to make sure I get a good amount, massage it in. Then I'll do this side, a little bit down here. Sometimes I will reapply, like if I don't go to bed right away, I might add a little bit more before I go to bed of this one. And I just kind of go all over with it, and then one drop. I used to put it directly in my hand with my coconut oil and then apply, but lately since I've been breaking out, I try to just put those drops directly on so that I know they're working well and effectively. All right, the next one I use is frankincense. So this is great for your skin. It's great for so many other things, but it helps with kind of some of those spots of scarring or aging, but it also helps when I do scratch. It's healing those areas, and I use it every day and I love it. If I have forgotten to take it, because I take 2 drops every day under my tongue or in 4 ounces of water, then at night I'll take it if I didn't take it earlier in the day. So you make sure you get it under those eyes, up here. All right. And make sure I get it everywhere there. So that was the next one. All right, geranium is the next one. I don't always use it. I've been using it a lot lately, again, because of this area, and it's been helping. So I do it only down here. I found if I put it elsewhere on my face, I tend to have, it itches a little bit more and might become red. So I only will put it kind of up here if I have a couple spots of breakout, but I don't do it everywhere. Got some extra, so I kind of rub it on my hands. All right, so juniper berry. I will use this occasionally. It's a 5 milliliter bottle. And I use it again on these breakout areas, and it's also a nice cleansing and toning oil, so I'll use it all over. And I don't seem to react to it. Some people do, and some people can't stand the smell. So always start in a small area and go from there. I started on the back of my hand before I started adding it all over my face. And then later I added a little bit in an area to make sure I didn't react. And if you do get really red or bright red at all or itchy, be sure to add your coconut oil, your carrier oil. All right, Last thing that I've been using, and I don't use it all the time, I only use it when I know hormones are kind of going crazy, is the HD Clear. So it helps with, it's the topical blend, and they have an HD Clear set of stuff for washing your face, but I use this oil blend for times I break out. I don't do it everywhere because it tends to dry me out, so I only use it on those areas I'm breaking out to help dry that area out, but also heal the skin. All right. One other oil I might use, but I'm not going to tonight, I use it occasionally in the morning or at night, is Immortelle, the anti-aging blend. So I like to use that to help my skin just continue to stay young and hydrated, and that's what I'll use. All right, I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a wonderful evening. All right, bye.